Hello, today I am gonna talk about my goals that I made at the end of December. It's been 3 months since the start of the year, so I figured I would do a check-in, kind of like a Q1 check-in. Okay, so the first goal that I had was to upload 104 videos for 2022. I would say I've been doing pretty well. I haven't really been behind with my videos except for last Wednesday when I couldn't upload a video because I was sick. But other than that, I think I've been doing pretty well. It's gonna get warmer soon, so I'm gonna go out a bit more, I hope, and where things are gonna happen a lot more, so there's gonna be more videos out. So that one, I'm confident to say that I am doing well and we're right on track. Goal number 2 is read at least 26 books for the whole year. For this one, I am doing terribly at. We're currently at week 14 of 2022 and I've read a total of 2 books. It's supposed to be 7, but I'm very behind on this one. Because I read so much in 2021, I feel kind of burnt out for reading, so I didn't really have that much drive to read a lot of books this time around. Also, a lot of things has happened, like for example, I started this channel, so a lot of my time have gone to like editing. I've been really into that, so yeah, it's not doing very well on the books goal. The first book is called The Beast of Little Land. I don't have the book because I actually borrowed that one from the Toronto Public Library, but basically what it's about is about Korea back in when they were under Japanese rule. So it's like historical fiction, but it also has a bunch of romance story in there, but also a little bit of coming of age. I really liked it. It's very new. It just came out. It was very interesting. I realized that there's a lot of things that I didn't know about Korea. Their history, with social media talking about it a little bit more, I feel like I know a little bit, but reading that book really opened my eyes to what happened back then. But yeah, that was really interesting. I really liked it. It was really nice to start the year with a fiction book, or I guess historical fiction. Alright, now the second book is called Dopamine Nation, and it's actually this book right here. Dopamine Nation by Anna Lemke, Dr. Anna Lemke. This one is non-fiction and basically it talks about how us right now so surrounded with dopamine rich substances, and substance could be anything. It could be alcohol, it could be drugs, but it could also be social media. It could also be Netflix or anything that's like that feels so good for your brain, I guess. So if you don't know, dopamine is a neurotransmitter, and it's what, I don't want to screw it up, so I'm gonna put somewhere here the definition of what dopamine is. But from my understanding, dopamine is basically the neurotransmitter in your brain that detects like good feeling chemicals like serotonin and oxytocin and everything like that. What the book talks about is basically how with the technology that we have right now, it's really easy for us to have such easy access to dopamine rich substances and how easy it is to be addicted to it. It also talks about addiction. Specifically, it had many stories about Dr. Lemke's patients and how she helped them and what techniques she used. A really interesting book. I feel like addiction is such an uncomfortable word to use, but if you really think about it, a lot of people are addicted. Like, you probably know more people than you think who's addicted to something. So I thought that it was really interesting and it was very current and appropriate to what's happening right now. So yeah, I do recommend this. The current books that I'm reading right now, one of them I have right here. This one I'm still in the process of reading, if you can see right there. But this one is Talking to Strangers by Malcolm Gladwell. I'm liking it so far. What I do is I'm a little lazy. I read and listen to the audiobook at the same time. So I learned that I go through a book much faster that way. It has a lot of historical events to kind of support what he's talking about in the book. So it's very interesting. But yeah, so again, doing terribly in this goal. I'm gonna work a little harder to make sure I do reach 26 books by the end of 2022. The third and fourth goal that I had was invest at least $6,000 in 2022. The second one is save $2,500 for my Peru trip. Again, this one, I think I mentioned it before. This one's quite easy for me to upkeep just because for me to invest, it's just automatic. Like as soon as I get paid, this website called Wealth Simple, which is what I use to invest, is just takes the money out of my account every 2 weeks now, and it just invests it for me. So it's something that I really don't have to physically do. So there's no chance of me forgetting about it or anything like that. I'm a little behind, so technically at the moment I'm like $250 behind just because I switched jobs and there was some uncertainty with how the paychecks were gonna work, but that's nothing to worry about. It's pretty easy to pretty much make up to that, so that's really good. The next one is save $2,500 for the Peru trip. Again, this one's easy. Wealth Simple just takes money out of my account right away, so it's nothing that I need to think about all the time. I'm just like $100 behind on this one just because of the whole paycheck thing. With this one, actually, it's a little different just because with the switching of my job, my salary increased, and I realized now I can save a little bit more money from my paycheck. So it's gonna be over my goal, but I figured more is better than less. Instead of saving $2,500 for August, it's gonna be $3,200. I really do think I am gonna talk about finances a little bit more. I thought about it before, if it's appropriate to share with the public my finances, but it's something that I feel like most people are uncomfortable with. But with the things that I've done with my finances and what I've been through, it's weird saying that because like saying I've been through feels like it's kind of saying that it happened to me rather than me doing it to myself. But basically what happened to me with my finances, I feel like it's something that people are not comfortable with talking about, and if I open up space to talk about finances, it's a little bit better in terms of normalizing it. Because like from what I learned, when you don't talk about finances, how do you learn? Hi there, it's Dianne from the future, and I apologize. I realize that I'm not very good at communicating my thoughts. What I meant here exactly was that if you don't talk about finances, how do you start? A lot of people are ignorant of the techniques that wealthy people use to stay wealthy, and that's okay. You just have to be introduced to the concept so you can start getting better with your own money. Does that make sense? I'm gonna do that soon. I just didn't want to make this video way too long to like go through the whole story with my finances. And my last goal is to run a marathon. Now, this one I'm really looking forward to. I gotta be honest. When I decided that I was gonna run a marathon last year, I was very committed mentally. Initially, I was almost stubborn with the fact that I want to run a marathon. Now I realize that it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very difficult to run a marathon because I had never really run before. And doing it for October, running 42 kilometers is a little crazy. I've kind of come to peace with the fact that I might not be able to do it. Now, I'm not saying I'm not gonna try. I'm definitely gonna sign up for the marathon, but I'm just saying that October 16th it comes that I'm not able to do it and I'm only able to do a half marathon or something, I won't get the medal. It's fine. At least I tried, right? Currently, I'm running like 5 kilometers every other day. I actually have my race this coming Saturday, so I'm really excited about that. It's in the city, so it's quite easy to get to. I'm really enjoying the thought of being able to do it because, like I said, I've never really run before, and last time I ran was in high school, and even then I was terrible. I remember doing this test called the beep test, and basically what they do is there's a beep that plays, right? And then what you have to do is to run and reach the end of the court before that beep. If you don't reach it before the end, then you are out. And then over time, it goes over and over again. It gets faster and faster, and I was terrible. I remember the average number or score that my friends had was like 5. I was like 2. So yeah, I've never really been athletic, so the thought of being able to run and like me running 5 kilometers every other day is like, it makes me happy. Another thing about that is I actually got this watch, so I'm gonna show you right here. So this one is the Garmin Venue SQ. I got this specifically to track my running and to start running in zone 2. There's different zones of your heart rate when you're doing physical activity. Zone 2 is considered the low aerobic level, and that's where you want to train when you're training for long distance running. To be completely honest, since I started running again after I got sick, I haven't been the greatest with making sure I've been running in zone 2, but I'm gonna start again for sure. I got this specifically because Garmin, everyone knows, it's one of the top brands for wearable technology for running or physical activity. Yeah, anyway, so those are my goals. It's not perfect, definitely admitting that, but I think I'm doing well. I just know now, looking at it and kind of stepping back and saying them out loud, I know what I have to focus on. It's gonna get warmer. I really liked going outside and just like bringing a blanket and bringing a book, and hopefully that will encourage me to read a lot more. I like going to cafes and like maybe having a cup of tea or coffee as I read my book. So because like everything is pretty much opened up, I can do that a little bit more. This is why I'm putting it on the internet, so I can keep myself accountable and you can keep me accountable. And with my video goal, I want you to tell me in the comments what you want to see. I pretty much just film whatever I want to film. It may it be like cooking when I go out or these kind of videos, but it would be interesting to know what you would like to see. I know there's Ate Jo, she actually requested to do a Tagalog only challenge with Zeroy. It's on my plans, definitely. I've been thinking about that. I also have to practice myself. I'm not the greatest. I should be practicing Tagalog more, but yes, definitely it is on my plans. I have not forgotten about that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my goals for 2022, and those are the updates for the first 3 months. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and definitely please give me a like or a comment to tell me what you want next, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.